By the 1930s, much of urban America had enjoyed the power and benefits of electricity for some 50 years. Meanwhile, those in rural areas, which we know are primarily comprised of farmers and ranchers, were still living in the dark. After years of being unable to level the playing field, though countless attempts were made, a group of farmers and ranchers in Bartlett, Texas, formed the nation's first electric membership cooperative in 1935. Within 5 years, over 1.5 million consumers were being served with power. Fast forward nearly a century, and we experience nearly the same exact battle today. Although the backdrop this time is a lack of broadband and internet access in those same underserved rural areas. In the mart of competitive commerce in 2020, rural areas are severely disadvantaged when it comes to marketing, tools, and research for their businesses. And many petitions to elected officials have failed, whether they were disinterested or just unable to gain traction in legislative arenas. I think the time has come to take matters into our own hands. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel, though. The precedent was set back in the 1930s there in Texas. Something that farmers and ranchers can do because they do it by nature, and that is come together for a common goal. Oliver Wendell Douglas in the famous sitcom Green Acres often spoke of how farmers were neighbors and they had each other's backs, and they worked toward a common purpose, and that was feeding America and making it great. I think the time has come for us to do the same and give those businesses in rural areas the chance to succeed. We could take a lesson, take a play out of their book, and form our own membership cooperative, this time with the goal of serving underserved areas with broadband and internet access. Yes, there is investment to be made. Yes, trials will come. There are certainly hurdles to jump, but it is the spirit of the American farmer that continues to cause us to persevere. I think that if we used some organization, if only there were one, that maybe had a group of farmers and ranchers that were already united for a common purpose, maybe that organization could help this upstart in gaining traction and providing that much needed service. If only that organization were something like the Farm Bureau. After years of sitting in Farm Bureau's policy meetings, I think we're already there. I think the system is already in place to be able to put those farmers in a position to succeed, to put those farmers and ranchers in a situation where they can go and make this happen and make a dream become a reality. Too long we have sat back and allowed folks in more populated areas to get an advantage. Too long we've sat and watched without a cry out for help, and too long we've not answered the cries that were heard. I think it's time that we take a lesson from those Texans and step up and create something that would serve those farmers and ranchers in rural areas. Thanks.